Hi. Okay, yes, hi. I'm Catherine Irvin. I am the creator of The Promised Land. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to Rod Hayes because he made a video that I didn't even see it yet, but I just seen like little bits and pieces of it. But it's a really good video, and I was trying to tell everybody, I'm trying to tell everybody that she, I am her. I am incarnated, and there are many different women that are like her. Queen Caliph, Empress Caliph. Now, well, and I didn't know this. That's why I say shout out. And also too, I want us to please understand. Let us please not be. Listen to what Emmett Till's mother said. Please don't be like her. She said it. She said, please don't be like me. I was one of you. I was just like y'all. I used to say, oh, that's them crazy niggas over there. They fighting them lizard white people over there. That's them crazy niggas over there. But see, they were fighting for her because they were the lizard people, that removed us from our land, 640 acres, they removed us from our lands. They were fighting for her because they were coming in inland and they were not human. They arrived here from the British and the Moors brought them here and cleaned them up. Some of them were not cleaned up and they were just walking around and crawling on all fours because they're not human. She spliced a animal that would kill these type of non-humans. Is Empress Calafia, and she wasn't murdering men. She was murdering men that would knock the good men off the throne and off her throne. She would, normal men. She would not kill normal men. She would kill the lizard men that is killing us. You understand? So, shout out to Rod Hayes. We have to get. Well, not we. I'm just gonna speak for myself. I'm going to get with his program because he was talking about something about the same thing I was talking about. And it would be nice if we would collaborate together, but I can't do the live feed like you guys can do. I can't just jump on a quick live feed like that because I have my grandbabies. And right now they're off to another room. This is why I'm making this video, so I can hurry up and make this video and go back to my grandbabies because they're loud and I can't be tussling with them doing a live feed. So I wish I could just jump on a live feed like you guys can do on TikTok and Instagram. And I don't even know about how to go about maneuvering that TikTok and Instagram stuff. So I can only ask you guys to help me. Well, only my Telegram people, Lauren, that is helping me because she's the only one helping me. You know that out of all of the people, she's the only one that's really, really, really helping me. So I'm hoping that, and also the people that are helping me are people on Patreon. Please, I can't express this enough. To all my Patreon members, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I really need your help because I need to have everyone to I need really I don't even like to say donations. I can't stand donations and I don't use money. I don't like it. But we need to have this, or maybe you can do it yourself. We need billboards. So I have linked up with the marketing company to make billboards like this, that we would be allowed to confiscate our own 640 acres come January 1st, according to the Safety Act law, to where you know, you can defend yourself from any public servant. Public servant is what you are, police officers and mayors. You guys are public servants. Governors, you guys are public servants. You have to, accommodate us because you have removed us from our lands. And Rod Hayes here, shout out to Rod Hayes and Young Elder. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Because without you, we wouldn't really be able to see the truth that she is really real. The person that made this book is a blonde haired, blue eyed man. He's telling you the truth. Yeah, she's real. And in the book he's saying no, she's real, like she's walking around here today because we all returned. This book right here goes into great detail of where her island is, what Rod Hayes said. That Alcatraz building, let me go ahead and I'm sorry, I'm just going way ahead of myself. Rod Hayes is just go ahead and watch it. Yeah. You gotta watch his.
Oh yeah, about to get on now, y'all.
Young Elder. Young Elder, not everybody is a Moor. Can you please stop saying that we are Moor? Not everybody is a Moor. Some people are, from the bloodline of her. Go on. Okay.
The Walt Disney Castle. Oh shit. Let me get a couple pieces. I know Walt Disney was one of them clowns that know about the mountains. know what I'm saying?
He was a 33 Freemason.
Yeah, that's right. He's one of them damn Shriners. I know. Yeah, we got you, nigga. And they was trafficking little kids at them. You said they were trafficking little kids at Walt Disney. On the
And
ground.
you see this here?
What you got?
This building used to sit on Alcatraz Island.
Okay.
That was the castle of Queen Califia.
Okay.
When they sacked the island, they turned it into a military base. And then they turned it into a prison.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so the Alcatraz Island, I'll leave a link to all this. The Alcatraz Island was a big, huge tree. The tree I'm talking about in front, that where I bid it for the land, is right here in front, and I made a video about it, but I didn't show it yet. But I made a video about the tree that's just like the island of Queen Califia that I'm trying to make, and I need you guys to. Okay, this guy, okay, wrote this book. So the same editor, blonde hair, blue eyed man is telling the truth. This is in California. Mother Goose is in California. The yard that I'm talking about is right here, like literally, right here. Okay, so you see, I live right here on the corner. Okay, now, I'm trying to build the tree here. When I bid it for the 7 acres of land that the Chinese city council is racist against me, he sends the eviction notice to my landlord, but of course he can't win and he's going to be removed. So don't worry about that. What I'm just trying to tell you is that we have to confiscate our own 640 acres, because just like Ye and Kyrie, but Ye is saying that, I'll get to that in a minute, what Rod Hayes is saying, but let me just get this out. We cannot be like Emmett Till's mother. She was telling you that we cannot be like this. She said, I was just like y'all. I used to say, oh, that's some crazy niggas over there. That's some crazy niggas fighting those white people. Those were the Synagogue of Satan people that was stealing our land. Now everybody is becoming aware of this. Listen to Candace Owens. She just made a video about how Kim Kardashian and her mother are sex trafficker people, and they really are. And Ye is trying to. He bought the house next door to his baby's mother house to watch his children. And the Synagogue of Satan reporters is talking about he's a stalker. How are you going to be a stalker? And the Synagogue of Satan reporters know that these are child traffickers because they are the child traffickers. Do you understand? We are surrounded, and we are Emmett Till's mother. She said it. She said, I used to be just like you, and I didn't care. And now I know I was wrong. See, everybody that's watching me that do not help, and what you have to do is download these papers that I'm going to have. It's a link to my Telegram. Please be on my Patreon. Be my Patreon member first. Why? It's only $7. And it gets you your Jetsons, your free RV Jetsons, to travel to 7 different promised land areas, because we're demanding it. And it costs money to make billboards and T-shirts to get this promotion, so everybody can understand that you have to save your life. You have to confiscate your own home for one. Just let's start with your home. You have to, we're gonna send the papers to the Chicago mayor, Lori Lightfoot. She is the one that her and Jay Pritzker did the Safety Act law because they were supposed to. You're supposed to do that. You're right. The Safety Act law is for you to defend yourself. If any public official, any sheriff is trying to evict you from your home, you have a right to bop him upside the head and tell him to go home. Get away from here. Get away from my land. If somebody is evicting you from a court, that court has to be evicted. If a mayor and a governor if the sheriff is evicting you from your home, you have to send this with your whole family and say, we have to have a meeting, mayor, because you sending your illegal sheriff to evict me from my home, and I'm indigenous to the land of 640 acres that it says on the treaty. Did it go in vain? Did the treaty go in vain? No, it didn't, because we are removed, and our gold and our silver is stolen from us by the Synagogue of Satan reporters, NBC News, ABC, that I'm telling you guys to please send my videos to them. I've been telling you that for a whole year, and thank you for doing that. That's why they've been, paying attention to what I've been saying, and yes, they have. Because when I told crackhead ass Biden to shut the fuck up about that New World Order, you notice he ain't never brought that shit up before, and I have he. And when I told him to shut the fuck up about Haiti, I don't even see Haitians even talking about what's going on with Haiti. Because there's no boots on the ground there. Because I said, shut the fuck up about Haiti. We're going to send the promised land and put the promised land in Haiti as well, because that's our people too. God damn it. So what I'm saying is that when you send these out to NBC News, because those are the synagogue of Satan people that's been crawling on all fours that stole us from our land. Those are the people that stole us from our land, is the same people that
up Alcatraz.
See, that cut down Alcatraz. Listen, that made Alcatraz. They cut down our trees. She was flying to a tree, a huge tree that I'm trying to make right here, so that we can start the promised land in Chicago and in California, Utah, and Florida, Michigan, of course. Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got to get that. And then Chicago, Indiana. Oh my goodness, Indiana. So just Tennessee. Oh Lord, Atlanta. But I'm just saying, all of the major states, we have to get that first. But what I'm saying is, you have to confiscate your home first. But first, you have to let the mayor know, your family. We have to get together with Rod Hayes' group, his organization, and we'll go ahead with that, so that all of us can get together and just get to. Oh yeah, the property confiscation right here. That you have to let the mayor know, because they control your water and power. The BLM, Business and Land Management, they control your water and power. They put lead in they're poisoning us. We are all Emmett Till's mother if we don't do anything about it, aren't we? Every time you wake up in the morning, you gotta think about paying rent, don't you? We are Emmett Till's mother then. If you've got to pay rent on your own land, and you got to pay for food and water on your own land, and while they sell Beyond Meat, which is Japanese feces, and we don't have our own grocery stores, then we are all Emmett Till's mother. Yes, it's the saddest shit. Please understand that we are all Emmett Till's mother, because she said it. She said, I used to be just like y'all. I didn't do nothing. I just sat back. I didn't do shit. I just looked at it. Oh, that's them crazy old niggas. Yeah, but then it got to her, didn't it? And that's when she said, that's why I was wrong. She said I was wrong.
Next to this.
The most magical show of the year is happening every night at the pier. Our 60-foot tree twinkling with light.
This is why they talk about Queen Khalifa lived on an island. This used to be a resort island for her family. Special occasions and shit. They used to have had a family catch a boat over there.
Yes. Yes. It used to be. Listen, let me tell you what it used to be, because let me tell you what it is. Now I made a video, and I didn't air it yet, but I went outside and I showed you the land and everything, but I'll post the video later. And it's a tree that you walk into. It's a building, but it looks like a tree, and it's fruit hanging from all sides of the tree, and it's huge. I mean, it's the size of like 5 buildings put together, but it's a big tree, and you go inside it, and it's levels. You live there, you work there. It's a business below, but I'll get to it. Now, Rod Hayes had showed a picture. I've seen a picture where it had a big, huge tree with other rooms and buildings in the tree, in the tree trunks. I know that sounds crazy. Lord have mercy. Y'all probably think I'm just off my damn rocker on this shit. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the synagogue of people had cut us from our trees. We can rebuild that, and we start with that. Because we have to get the city council in Chino, California here out of office, because he has no right to give me an illegal eviction. What you give me an illegal eviction for when I'm bidding for land trying to help my people? That shows that you are a foreigner, Chinese man, from Russia, really. And you're not even from that. So, if you really want to dig deep, they don't even come from this world. They come from planet Jupiter. So, but that's what I'm saying. We have to get to our own communities to create our own community so we can have our own schools and we can set the record straight. And we can have our own grocery stores in our own communities because, you know, the food, the grapes, it has no more seeds. The watermelon has no more seeds. They're poisoning us. Do you understand? So if they're labeling me as, oh, well, she's just some crazy woman, then you are Emmett Till. And if you believe that you're Emmett Till's mother because she said it, I'm just letting you know that's what the theme of this whole video is about. Don't be Emmett Till's mother. She said it. Please don't be like me because I was just like you. I didn't just sat back and I just said, oh, I can't wait for another video. No, you have to do something about this. Watch the video and then download these papers and send it to your local mayor's office because it has all the instructions and it has the addresses of all of the buildings that we would be able to confiscate so we can save our lives because they can't be in our community. It's in the Bible. You cannot have creatures living amongst you. You can't do that. I'm not even in the Bible. I'm not religious whatsoever. I'm just letting you know that in the Apocrypha, women were getting rid of snake type people because Hitler was talking about that. There's two sides to a German. There's bad German, there's good Germans. Hitler was killing the bad Synagogue of Satan, snake people, and some Germans that took over our land. Hitler was killing those people because they were killing his people. They were killing his people. That's why he was killing these snake people. And he said it. He said they came slithering and they created banking system in his country. I'm telling you. You better look up Hitler and what he was trying to tell you, what he was trying to say. I'm just saying we have to. And then he came to L.A. with a black carpenter because that was his friend. He had a black people in his army. They just don't show you because the Synagogue of Satan people is here. And if they're telling you to don't look at Hitler, then that means you have to look at Hitler and see what he was talking about. Because he had a black people that was a carpenter that made the compound here in Los Angeles. A compound. Yeah, to get rid of the snake people in Hollywood. Because he said that we were the jewelry. He said that you snake people, you synagogue of snake people, there's no such thing as Jews, Jewish. There's just jewelry, Negro people indigenous to Israel, and that's it. Either you are a Jew black person or not. You can't be Jewish. Either you're pregnant or not. Well, I'm kind of pregnant. No, either you're, yeah. So it's Jewish people trying to be black, basically. You're trying to be us once again by saying, "Oh, I'm Jewish." No, you're not. There's no such thing as that. You're either the synagogue of Satan people or you're not. And you guys are white from Yugoslavia. You're from Yugoslavia. Keep saying that. You're from Yugoslavia because you're the Slavs from Turkey. You're the Yugoslavias that took over Israel, where there was the Arabs that was there. You wiped them out because the Arabs wiped us out. See, the Arabs came into Israel and wiped us out. Then the synagogue of Satan people wiped them out. And that's why you have Israel. So if you still have Israel, snake people, why are you in America? Why is these snake people in America? Why are you here? Why are you in everything, banking system and shit? Because we didn't cut you off. We didn't cut you. That's why. We supposed to get rid of you. We didn't do that. We didn't get rid of you. That's why you're here. Once I get this, I'm going to get rid of these commercials. Boy, I'm telling you right now. Sorry ass people. Okay, so we didn't remove you. That's why you're in everything. The banking system, that's why you're in our school system, you're in our grocery stores, you're everywhere. Ye was showing you on his phone that if it's all in red, those were all of the synagogue of Satan people. So do not call them Jewish. Call them what they are. It's very important that you do. You have to say the right language. Don't be talking about no Christianity either. We're not talking about religion here. We're talking about good versus evil. Snake people versus yeah, I guess we are the gods. Yes, okay, fine. We're the gods. But what I'm saying is there's snake people versus that's gods that are us. The angel people, the God people. Okay, fine. I just don't, I don't want people to think that it's like, oh, wait, are you really a god? Yeah, we are. Okay, so just admit it. But what I'm saying is that we have to recognize that and don't be like Emmett Till's mother because she said it. She said, please don't be like me. Don't do what I did. I said those are those crazy niggas over there that was in the gutter wars. The gutter wars was happening from 1776 to 1800s, which she was there. They were moving into her neighborhood, the white people. And she was happy, jolly, smiling in front of their faces, like Ye was, like Kyrie, was in there. They're in there. They're smiling and signing contracts and shit with snakes. It's what you really is. I'm not saying it's what you get, but I'm glad that you're going through this because Ye and Kyrie are the two witnesses in the Bible. Okay, if you really want to know, like I told you, we are written in that Bible. I have talked to Mary Magdalene herself. She's on my YouTube. Her last name is Washington. What's her name? Okay, but anyway, there's Mary Magdalene is walking around here. So we have to get a hold of our, take care of our people. We have, seriously, it's very important. And, what Rod Hayes, I'll leave a link of what Rod Hayes was talking about. But he's talking about her. The snake people knocked her off her throne is what I'm trying to say. I'm just going rambling and just keep going. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible because I have my grandbabies and we were supposed to be picking some oranges and stuff. And somebody said, "Oh, happy Thanksgiving." And I'm like, "Thanksgiving for who? You mean that's y'all happy Thanksgiving? I don't celebrate that bullshit. What is there to be happy about? What's Thanksgiving? No, no. You know what's happy Thanksgiving? It's happy Thanksgiving for the $5 Indians that stole our land and the Moors and the white people. Let me stop saying white people. I don't mean to say white people. I mean the synagogue of Satan people. You have to actually say exactly what they are. The synagogue of Satan people. Now you might say, well, not all people are evil. Not all white people are evil. Well, they are if they see the synagogue of Satan people remove us and they are witnessing these NBC News synagogue of Satan people interview Kyrie in the most disrespectful way, and they don't say nothing. Then yes, you are the synagogue of Satan people, white people. White people. If you're sitting back and you're not doing anything, you are the synagogue of Satan people, yes. And to the indigenous people, if you sit back and you don't help yourself get out of this, you are entitled to, then you are Emmett Till's mother. You are entitled to a Jetsons, a RV Jetsons, top of the line, RV Jetsons, for you to travel with your family to 7 to 13 Promised Land theme parks that I have created in my business plan on my website that I've been sending to the senators and the governors since 2007. Here is the business plan to set these communities up. So now we have to into the promised land so that we can have our own. So go to my website, www.catherinepromise.land. You will see the Shia facility. The Shia facility is for the children. Rod Hayes will explain that to you about what I'm saying is that I think that he was talking about the same thing I was talking about when he's talking about the children in the facilities. The Shia facility that I created is exactly what he was trying to say, what he was saying, that it should be a facility to where, foster kids or people who are out there or teenagers who are out there can come into a facility to where you live there and there's schools there and it's a recreational center for you to learn and stuff. And there's, the clinics are there, but our health clinic doctors are there, to help in everything. Therapy for therapists is there. Education is there. We would be educating the children and everything for us to regain our identity that we have lost. We must regain our identity and we have to get back the knowledge. So shout out to Rod Hayes. I'm going to try to see if I can get a hold of his organization to see maybe we all can get together to just send off this to the mayor. The papers that I'm talking about are a proposal, and then it's a one-page document where you can just post it up anywhere on TikTok or whatever, to confiscate your own home so that you don't have to pay no more rent or even think about that. To confiscate a building across the street from where you live or around the corner because you want your own grocery stores. You want your own property because you don't know anybody in this neighborhood. Okay, let me just speak for myself. I don't know anybody in my neighborhood. There are white people, Chinese and Mexican people. I don't know these people. I would like to have my own people in my community to where we can travel to each and every other community that is created just like the promised land, to where it is absolutely beautiful, everything is free, and it is just like what it was before the Synagogue of Satan people took us over. Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm just trying to get at, and what we have to do is just get to your local mayor to send the documents that I have here below the comment section right here on YouTube. So you'll see the comment section and you'll see the link. It's a Telegram link because that's where the papers are at. You can download it and then you read it and then you send it to the mayor and you just email it or fax it. Then you have all your people to call. Hey, did you get the papers? Okay, well you're gonna have to sign it and send and add the services to the Safety Act law so that we can start confiscating our own homes, so that we can stop being ruled over by criminals. That's it. We don't want to be ruled over by criminals. We're not using your money anymore. We would like to have our gold and silver back. So since you're not giving us our gold and silver right away, then let us just confiscate our home and our community here so that we can try to get what we need to get and to survive without without being distracted by your criminal services like welfare, housing. We don't need all that. We have our own housing. We are in where we're supposed to be. We just have to claim our land and get you out of it because you are harming us. That's basically what the papers are saying. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And when the Spanish Armada sacked the castle, they tore it down with um cannon fire.
Okay.
But they kept the island as a token. It's a victory celebration. This castle used to sit on that island.
Okay.
This castle is a replica of the castle of Queen Califia that used to sit on that island. Now let's just go to Alcatraz Island by itself.
Okay, all right. This is a top view. Right here.
You see how big the island is? Not big.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's where the castle. That used to be where Queen Califia's castle used to sit.
Queen Khalifa was an army. Oh, I need a picture of her just for people get this on people that don't know.
Put her on up. Show them what we talking about. They tell the story as a fiction, but this is where a castle was. The Disney castle was the replica that they built on the mainland.
This is a picture of the head that go right here too. They know she was newbie. Really, I think she was Washita. Could have been. My hair texture and stuff. You know, it's right here all the paint, but all right, let me pull it up real quick. I got you right here, bro. All right.
Get them niggas out.
Hey, man, look, hey, we done already finished tomorrow. Hey, they say, man, these boys right here, they put in their work for real, for real. All right, so this a picture right here, like a little picture of it. Let's crank it. All right, let me blow that up for you. Song like this, song like that. All right, here we go. Khalifa, she got the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's a book out that I read. It was in German, and I was like, "Why is she arguing in German court?" Well, they had her up in German court arguing about her land, and I was like, "Why is the Germans arguing with her about her land?"
Why did they sign a fucking treaty about America and France?
Yeah, right.
See, because in the book they kidnapped her. In this book, the original story about what had happened to her. They kidnapped her and took her to Germany because because they wanted her to rule over there in other countries too. But then also, of course, they murdered her and her people, but they had her all through court. So, and it's all documented here that they actually fought her. They fought her, and they said that she was like a wild woman, killing all of their men, most of all of their men. So they brought in reinforcements. So while they were murdering Empress Calafia and her people, um, the white people were going into the neighborhoods and living in the neighborhoods with the docile black people that was Emmett Till's like mama. She said I was like one of y'all. It's like, oh well. And so when they would come in and move in her neighborhood, which was all black people, they were chummy happy and smiling. Oh, because the white people with the synagogue sake, they was coming with smiles in your neighborhood. But if it's a whole bunch of them, that's when they kill you and remove you from your land. But if it's just a little bit of trinkle of them, they come with smiles and give you a pie, hi, and in your neighborhood, and black people's just stupid as fuck, smiling. You supposed to be cutting off their head because when there's a whole bunch of them, that's when you die. But if it's a trinkle of them, no. But let it be a whole bunch of them. You don't have a community no more. And this is what happened. So while she was being taken out, she's not the only one. It was other pockets of communities, like Florida was being motherlands. Chicago has Miami. Miami means motherland. In Chicago, we were being taken out there. Women were being taken out, and then our sons will be locked up in prison, like Larry Hoover. That's what I'm saying. See, it's all organized for us to be removed off our lands. It's been like that, and the story of her is just, we had a magical island. We had a magical land. Florida had that. Chicago had a magical land. We all had magical islands. We all had motherlands everywhere. It's just that she was just probably the last of the great ones that was knocked off her throne. So please don't be like Emmett Till's mother, where when you see white people and they smiling, so what if they smiling? They got to get the fuck out your neighborhood. You can smile over there, Becky, Karen. Bitch, get your ass, what I'm saying? Really. Because, and if you look at the story of Muhammad Ali, he's Muhammad Ali because they stole his bike. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how he became Muhammad Ali. When they come in your neighborhood, they steal your shit, and then a whole bunch of them will kill you if you don't get rid of them.
And they label her, if you read the documents, they got court documents when she was arguing about the land, the California land. And in the documents, they made her out to be a crazy woman. Mm-hmm. They said that she was a crazy, outrageous woman, and they just blew her off.
Right.
About the land.
Yeah, because she wasn't buying their bullshit and was cussing their ass out like Big Mama normally would do.
Right, because because my father and my mother, because my father hated coons. That's his pet peeve. He hated coons and the Christianity bullshit. He said that religion, the hippie hanging on a stick wearing a diaper and some sandals, that's some bullshit. If it's hanging on a stick, what the fuck you gonna worship it for? What would you worship something like that for when it's supposed to be upright, standing like a king, but you gonna have something bloody with wearing a diaper and some sandals? He couldn't understand that. So he said that a lot of these niggas out here, they just have to die because of their stupidity, is what I'm saying. And this is why Emmett Till's mother was trying to warn everybody, please don't be like me, because if the death of my son is nothing to you, then it's coming to you pretty soon. So I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to get off this video because I wanted to pick some oranges down the street.
That's how you know that. That's how you know that they telling you that she was real.
Yeah, I'm real. I am definitely real.
They be trying to convince us that all of our shit is mythology and all that shit is factology and it's the other way around.
The biggest hits of the year, all in one place. Streaming now on Peacock.
Juvederm lips say it all. They can be bold, subtle, and ever everything in between.
Man.
His story is for him. Our story for us. You let him tell you where you came from, and then take you where you're going.
Okay, we were removed. The Urban Commissioner Renewal Act right here.
And they knew.
Trump's father is
Like
responsible for this.
I'm gonna probably do a tape on it while I read over the documents, the court documents, and it's in, they had it when she was in Germany. The Germans was over here.
You see what she dressed in those shoe colors, right?
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
That's a golden lady.
Okay.
She's grand matriarch. She was the priestess raised after the order Oshun for her sweetness.
And you know what? And it's funny. Yellow has always been my favorite color when I, still to this day. But childhood, my favorite color was green and yellow. So that's, well,
right. So
I'm just saying.
They want us to think that all our shit made up. But we got too many physical representations of it to show to people, and they can sense that it's the truth.
So people saying in the chat.
Can you guys, from Ron Hayes, email me and just let me know, because he goes in on an organization that you guys are working on, and that we could probably get together and just maybe make I can't even just suddenly go on the live feed like you guys can go on live GI live feeds. I can't suddenly do that. So if you guys can like maybe let me know, like, oh, Catherine, you're gonna go on a live feed like maybe in an hour, then I'll yeah, sure, but I just can't suddenly get on the live feed like that. I wish I could. Or just if you can, maybe get in contact with me to see if maybe we can do a Zoom like a online Zoom thing where we can just maybe have a video where we can get together to have people to just contact their local mayor. Only with the papers though. We're gonna send them the papers so that they can read how our services, Rod Hayes' services and my services, can go coincide with the Safety Act, of course, Safety Act law, to where we have a right to just confiscate our home and our building. That's all. That's it. We just have a right to confiscate our building, and we don't have any, no sheriffs can evict us out of our home. We don't pay any rent. That's all. It's really huge. It'll be huge, right? But it should be publicly known where everybody knows it, so nobody can be worried about paying rent. That's my whole thing. I don't want people to be indigenous on the land paying rent. That means you still in the matrix and you are Emmett Till's mama because you're not listening. She says you have to listen to her. Listen to Big Mama. Big Mama will cuss the bad people out. The Big Mama is the one that teaches you how to keep your hands to yourself. But you can't tell a Synagogue of Satan people that. They only know about war. That's it. That's all. So we're not about war. So what we do is we just have our rights. We confiscate our building. See, I even have newspaper ads that I send out. You guys can print out and read newspaper ads and stuff about our law and about our rights and everything and what we can do. We have to confiscate our own property, our own home, so we don't have to pay any rent. Okay, anywhere we're at. So you can go, so now we have to have it a law to where you can go to a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, beautiful off the coast of Malibu Beach or whatever, and confiscate you a property that is empty, of course, and or if it's government owned and the government lives in there, yeah, you go ahead and confiscate that right away. Get them out of there. Okay, now, because if they don't like it, they have to go back to where they originally come from, and that is Yugoslavia. Say it with me now, Yugoslavia. That's where all of the white people, Paul Revere's bloodline, come from Yugoslavia, from Turkey and the Caucasus Mountains. So if they don't like it, the Chinese, Mexican, whites, Arabs, you got to go back to where you come from. You're not indigenous to America or South America. Get it through your head. You are not indigenous to these lands. Time is going by to where you will find that out in the worst way. Do you understand? So you have to understand that if we come to you and and we're talking about mayors and governors, I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about mayors and governors and police officers that are working for the criminal organization of a mayor's office. You are the public servant. You are a public servant. Look it up, type it up there, because that's what your title is. You're a public servant. Public servant to who? To your own kind? Oh, well then that's you really got to go now, because you're only a public servant to your own kind. That's why you have to go, because this is not your land. And your own kind, your bloodline, this is not their land. They removed us. So whatever services that we want, we will have it, because where did it come from? Did it come from thin air? Did this building here, did it come from thin air? Tell me. No, it came from the land that I was removed from. 640 acres, it's right here, see? United States U.S. Commissioner says that each and every Negro, adult Negro, the age of 18, 16, 18, that's the adult, is entitled to their 640 acres. Therefore, they was never supposed to go in prison. Therefore, Bill Barr, John Durham, and Donald Trump would have to go to prison if they don't do what we say. That's what it boils down to, because Busy Bone or Wishbone, one of them, from one of those rap groups, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Wishbone, the dark one, not the one with the cute puffy cheeks, the other one. Okay, he said that he signed well, it was a whole bunch of people around the table, and the lizard people was off to the side. White people had nothing to do with black people. It was off to the side in groups because they were lizards. They're the ones that had the coon other people to say, okay, we're going to sign this contract, and it has to keep all the black people in prison. He came out and said that right when Yee is coming out and saying that. So this was recently, about 3 days ago. I just seen it. He said some people jumped up and left and didn't come back, and nobody stopped them. Then that's good. But he said I stayed and I signed the contract because you are Emmett Till's mother. Okay, and you sacrifice. But Emmett Till's mother didn't sacrifice her son. She was just labeled as not dumb, but stupid. Dumb is when you don't know and you really don't know and you have to help that person. But stupid is when you know and you don't do anything about it and you talk bad about the person that's going to help you, that's trying to help you, because they're at war. Well, Busy Bone, Dizzy Bone, whatever the fuck Bone, signed that contract with all of the Bones, all of the, just like all the rappers, man, all of them. Kanye West just, Yee has said it. He said, I signed it. I was right there. I'm involved in it. But I have found God now. Okay. If you keep talking about this Christianity, Yee, then you're going to be like Emmett Till. Well, you already are. But what I'm saying is that you keep talking this religion shit, you're going to be in trouble. You have to say Gullah Wars or nothing. Gullah Wars or you have to let the mayor know, because they're responsible for the land. They're on the boots. They've got the sheriffs on the boots evicting you from a building. You have to let the mayor know for them to stand down. The sheriffs have to stand down to your order, to our rights, our property confiscation. They have to stand down to that, because the Treaty Act have been signed. That 640 acres is yours. You have to get your children away from them witches. You know, Kim, what's her name? Candace Owens, she doesn't let you know what Kim and her mother is. You know, you have to, save your children from Walt Disney that be kidnapping kids because they're all Satanists. It's Synagogue of Satan, people. Let me get off this video. I'm just rambling, y'all. I'll leave a link. But yeah, okay.
Rain.
I'm gonna leave a link. See this stuff. So I'm gonna leave a link on that. Okay. Okay. So just so get with it'll be let me see. It'll be. I'll leave a link, and when I leave a link, I'll leave all the papers that I'm talking about, and in that way, any of you guys can get into contact with me and say, yeah, we should have a Zoom meeting, like a meeting, and then we can just basically go over the paperwork of what the mayor has to do. She has to have her Terminator people that they call police officers that are wearing costumes. You have to say exactly what they are. You're wearing costumes. It's on the papers, on the documents, legal papers. documents that would be a class action lawsuit if they don't, take heed to what we're saying. It would be a class action lawsuit that we just have to confiscate our building. That's all we're saying. Let me confiscate our building. We will accommodate those to be relocated. That must be removed out of our community because we don't know these people. We just know that our land has been stolen and we have to regroup with our people. That's all. And we just want to travel with our people to every state. And it has to be according to how we want it based on how it was before you people invaded our land. So that's all we're doing. We're just going to get together and just talk about how we have to get straight to the problem. And the problem is the mayor. Now, California Governor Gavin Newsom, I already signed that $4 trillion reparation task force that NBC News and ABC News had already aired for you to take heed to, Gavin Newsom, right? Okay, well, that $4 trillion will help accommodate the people to move out of the locations that we're in. Like this is China heaven here. China heaven. Let me repeat it for you. Chinese heaven is here. What I mean by that is that if you're going to war with China, then they're all here, where I'm at, and I would rather for them to be relocated somewhere else, like maybe outside of 640 acres, basically. So because I don't want war to happen in my neighborhood because you guys are a conflicting type of people. We are a different type of a people. We are not the same bloodline as you. We are not the same. We are not the same. We're not the same as the Moors. The Moors are with you guys, and the white people, and y'all okay with that shit. You cleaned them up. So I'm just saying. We are a separate type of different type of people that we just want our land and our peace, and we want to go back to what we were doing before you guys invaded our lands throughout every state in North and South America, including Haiti. Shame on you for doing that. Okay. Now I'm going to get off this thing. I just wanted to just show that, to just cover those bases. It's very important because things are getting crucial, like Rod Hayes says. When you look at this link, you'll see everything. He said it's getting crucial, and he's right. If you don't do oh my goodness, it's because every day that it goes by, it gets worse and worse for you, the way that you feel. You know how you guys are feeling like, oh, I'm so frustrated with all these crazy people, right? It's going to get worse and worse for you and it's going to get so bad that it's just going to explode, where it's just like, oh my God, we're just going to have to, we're going to really and that's what I'm saying. Before that happens, before the powder keg explodes, it's better to get in contact with this mayor. Send this video to the mayor. Hey, mayor, watch her video. She's talking to you. Hi, mayor. All the mayors of the United States. Lori Lightfoot and J.B. Pritzker from Illinois did the Safety Act in which they were supposed to do. I applaud them. Thank you, Lori Lightfoot. Girl, now, Governor Gavin Newsom is supposed to give Lori Lightfoot and Jay Pritzker the $4 trillion to add to the services. Of what is on the Safety Act law, okay? We would be accommodating the people that have to be removed from our communities. So, it's 640 acres. That's a lot of people. So they would have to be relocated to where they want to go. So we're not. I'm saying like if there's people who are not of our race is what I'm saying. You see, because we're gonna make the promised land according to us because we were invaded. You understand? Like a crime has been committed. So I'm just saying, okay, let me get off this thing. I'm just rambling on, but it's just good news, you guys. Let me tell you why it's good news. Because everything is being revealed. And now we know what to do now. See? We know what to do. Now we know what to do. We got to get a hold of the mayor. Send your property comments. Because I can see the promised land already. Because we found what happened to us. We found it. We see it now. Watch Rod Hayes' video. Shout out to Rod Hayes. Okay, come on, y'all. Come on now. Okay, so yes, Big Mama is saying knock their ass out if they say no to us. Mama said knock their ass out. Okay. I'll see ya.